In the realm of power, perception is reality. Those who master the art of how they are seen dominate not only the minds of others, but also the very circumstances that shape their world. Talent alone does not grant supremacy, nor does intelligence automatically place one above the masses. What sets the truly dominant apart is the ability to craft an image so compelling, so precise, that it molds the beliefs and expectations of everyone around them. The eyes of the world are not innocent witnesses. They are instruments of influence. To control them is to control the environment, the opportunities, and ultimately, the fate of all who surround you. Control over perception begins with the meticulous curation of every detail that others observe. The way you walk, the tone of your voice, the intensity in your gaze, all of these are weapons when wielded consciously. A genius knows that inconsistency or vulnerability in public presentation invites doubt, while deliberate confidence commands respect. In every encounter, your presence should communicate a deliberate narrative, strength, competence, and inevitability. Even in moments of uncertainty, the impression of certainty is far more valuable than the truth of your state of mind. The world judges by appearances, and those who fail to understand this simple principle are forever relegated to the shadows of mediocrity. Beyond personal demeanor, perception is shaped by control over information. What you reveal and what you conceal is a strategic decision. Others are constantly observing, interpreting, and forming judgments. By allowing them to see only what reinforces your desired image, you create a version of reality that benefits your ascent. Let them believe you are infallible, even when you are learning. Let them sense confidence, even when you are planning. Let them see vision, even when you are experimenting in secrecy. A genius manipulates these perceptions like a sculptor shaping clay, molding beliefs with precision, understanding that the eyes of the world are pliable and suggestible. Every word you speak, every action you take, contributes to this crafted reality. Silence can be more powerful than speech. Absence can be more commanding than presence. By selectively revealing your thoughts and intentions, you create an aura of mystery and superiority. Others will rush to fill the gaps with assumptions, and those assumptions will invariably exaggerate your power. If you have engineered your image carefully, do not underestimate the potency of suggestion. Humans are drawn to what is unattainable. They fear what they cannot fully grasp, and they respect what they cannot define. The genius exploits this instinct, understanding that dominance is often achieved not by force, but by shaping perception so convincingly that resistance seems futile. The control of perception also extends to the manipulation of reputation. A reputation is not merely a record of past deeds. It is a tool for influencing current and future interactions. Those who allow their reputations to drift uncontrolled, who react passively to gossip, rumor, or misinterpretation, relinquish their power to the whims of others. The genius, however, actively cultivates the impression they wish to project. Every interaction, every alliance, every conflict becomes a calculated step toward reinforcing the image that serves their ambitions. To be seen as capable, decisive, and formidable is not an accident. It is the result of deliberate, relentless effort. Furthermore, controlling perception requires an understanding of the expectations of others. Humans are predictably biased, drawn to certain archetypes and narratives. A genius does not simply act in alignment with these expectations. They manipulate them. By presenting themselves in ways that exploit societal biases, emotional tendencies, and cultural assumptions, they can guide others' interpretations of their actions. They understand that perception is not only passive observation, it is active construction. By shaping the context in which they are seen, they ensure that others interpret their deeds in the most advantageous way. This mastery of perception is inseparable from the cultivation of fear and respect. Those who are underestimated are often attacked. Those who are overrated are often admired. The genius knows how to balance these forces, creating a presence that is both alluring and intimidating. Confidence, strategic displays of skill, and carefully timed demonstrations of influence all contribute to a perception of superiority. Even mistakes can be framed as deliberate tests or calculated risks, reinforcing the impression of control rather than weakness. Every interaction is an opportunity to solidify the carefully constructed image to ensure that perception aligns perfectly with ambition. In essence, controlling perception is about creating an invisible architecture of power around yourself. Every movement, every glance, every decision is a brick in the structure that convinces others of your dominance. You become the arbiter of how you are seen, and in doing so, you influence not only individual judgments, but the very flow of opportunity and influence in your world. Those who cannot control perception are enslaved by the opinions of others, forever reacting to forces beyond their control, forever limited by the narratives others construct about them in the ascent to supremacy. The world is unforgiving, and only those who recognize and capitalize on weaknesses of others rise above the rest. Power is rarely granted to the naive or the merely talented. It is seized by those who can identify vulnerability and transform it into opportunity. A genius understands that the flaws, hesitations, and insecurities of others are not merely incidental. They are instruments to be wielded with precision. Observing weakness is not an act of malice. It is a tactical necessity. To ignore it is to forfeit advantage, and to hesitate in exploiting it is to remain beneath those who are willing to act decisively. Exploitation begins with observation. The sharp eye notices patterns of behavior, lapses in judgment, and areas where fear or desire dominate rational thought. People reveal themselves constantly through tone, posture, and choice of words. A genius studies these signals meticulously, understanding that each detail is a key to influence. Those who fail to perceive weakness remain blind to the levers of control around them, while the strategic mind sees opportunity where others see only ordinary interactions. Weakness is the doorway to power, and knowledge of it is the map that guides every calculated move. Timing is critical in the strategic exploitation of weakness. A premature action exposes intention, while hesitation squanders opportunity. The genius strikes when the alignment of circumstances maximizes impact, turning a flaw into leverage that alters relationships, situations, and outcomes. Exploiting weakness is not a crude assault. It is a deliberate and precise maneuver, executed in a manner that appears inevitable, even natural. Others often fail to recognize the manipulation until it has already reshaped their reality. This invisibility of strategy ensures dominance while maintaining the illusion of autonomy among those being influenced. Understanding human psychology is central to this law. Fear, pride, greed, and ambition are universal drivers, and every individual exhibits a unique constellation of vulnerabilities. A genius identifies which of these levers to pull and how to pull them effectively. The proud can be flattered into cooperation or goaded into error. The fearful can be guided or paralyzed at critical moments. The ambitious can be manipulated into decisions that serve the genius's objectives while believing they act independently. Exploitation is not merely an external exercise. It is a mastery of influence over minds and motivations. The power of observation, paired with psychological insight, creates a tool far more potent than brute force. Exploiting weakness also requires discretion. A subtle approach often yields greater long-term gain than overt aggression. Those who recognize the hand guiding their missteps too early may resist or retaliate. The genius operates invisibly, letting others fall into patterns of their own making while quietly steering them toward desired outcomes. Every interaction, every suggestion, every carefully planted seed of doubt or encouragement becomes part of a larger strategy designed to extract maximum advantage. Subtlety ensures control without unnecessary conflict and allows for influence that can be sustained indefinitely. Strategic exploitation demands adaptability. Weaknesses are dynamic. People change, circumstances evolve, and opportunities shift. A genius does not rely on a single point of leverage, but continuously reassesses and adjusts tactics. Flexibility transforms temporary advantage into enduring power. The ability to anticipate reactions, to predict shifts in behavior, and to modify strategy in real time is what separates those who dominate from those who merely succeed by chance. Exploitation is therefore a living, ongoing process, not a one-time action, and the most formidable minds are those that maintain constant vigilance over the terrain of human weakness. Furthermore, the exploitation of weaknesses often involves creating conditions in which vulnerabilities are amplified. Subtle provocation, misinformation, or manipulation of context can reveal hidden flaws, forcing others to make errors or reveal hidden fears. Genius does not wait passively for opportunity to present itself. It engineers situations that expose and magnify weakness, converting potential into tangible advantage. In this way, exploitation becomes proactive rather than reactive, turning strategy into an art of orchestration where every variable is anticipated and every outcome is calculated. The law of exploiting weakness is inseparable from patience and resolve. Impulsive action diminishes the potency of insight, while hesitation erodes advantage. The genius cultivates patience, allowing others to expose themselves fully, testing their responses and refining the strategy before striking decisively. Timing and precision, combined with the foresight to predict consequences, ensure that the exploitation is maximally effective, leaving rivals disoriented and allies indebted to subtle manipulation. Every misstep of another becomes a stepping stone, every hesitation a signal, every flaw a weapon to advance ambition in the game of dominance. Knowledge is not simply power, it is the fortress upon which all influence is built. To reveal too much is to surrender control, and to conceal strategically is to command it. A genius understands that the most valuable weapon is information, and the most dangerous vulnerability is disclosure. Every thought shared, every intention revealed, every plan spoken aloud carries risk. Secrets are the currency of supremacy. They allow the intelligent operator to maneuver unseen, to manipulate circumstances, and to strike when others are unprepared. To guard them relentlessly is to ensure that one's advantage remains unchallenged, that rivals remain disoriented, and that opportunities can be seized with complete authority. Guarding secrets begins with self-awareness. The genius must first understand which knowledge has value and which can be exposed without risk. Not every detail is worth concealing, but every revelation must be weighed against the potential cost. Revealing too much dilutes influence. Revealing too little can isolate allies or hinder collaboration. The art lies in knowing the precise boundary between what strengthens perception and what exposes vulnerability. Every piece of information becomes a tool or a trap depending on how it is handled. And mastery of this subtlety is what separates those who are in control from those who are controlled. The careful concealment of plans requires deliberate strategy. Every conversation, every written communication and every interaction must be assessed for risk. Genius understands that even casual remarks can be dissected, misinterpreted, and used by rivals. Control over information is therefore meticulous and deliberate, with the understanding that knowledge in the wrong hands can topple empires. While others are reckless in their disclosures, revealing intentions freely or trusting blindly, the wise remain calculated, providing just enough information to maintain alliances, influence perception, or manipulate outcomes, but never so much as to surrender true leverage. Secrets are not only personal, they extend to the comprehension of others' weaknesses, motivations, and desires. Guarding knowledge of these insights ensures continued advantage. A genius stores the observations of others' flaws, habits, and tendencies as carefully as one would store weapons. To allow rivals access to this understanding is to neutralize an irreplaceable edge. The value of secrecy, therefore, is both defensive and offensive. It protects one's position while simultaneously enabling strategies that exploit the ignorance of those around them. A hidden plan can be executed without interference. A concealed truth can destabilize a rival, and the selective revelation of knowledge becomes a lever of manipulation that shapes the environment to one's benefit. Maintaining secrecy also demands control over perception. What others see of you must always be orchestrated to suggest clarity, competence, and authority, while the true mechanisms of power remain invisible. Appearances are carefully constructed to divert attention from strategic intentions, creating a dual reality in which the observer is unaware of the depth of planning, the precision of foresight, or the magnitude of capability. Misdirection, subtlety, and restraint form the foundation of this approach, ensuring that the genius operates as both an enigma and a force to be reckoned with. Even those closest to you must never possess full insight into your strategies, for trust is a liability when wielding power. Technology, communication, and information flow further complicate the necessity of secrecy. A careless word in an email, a casual remark on social media, or an unguarded comment in conversation can unravel months of planning. Genius employs layers of protection, discretion in speech, careful control of digital presence, and the cultivation of intermediaries who can act without revealing the full picture. Every measure reinforces the fortress of secrecy, ensuring that the most potent strategies remain concealed until the moment of maximum impact. In this way, secrecy becomes not a passive act, but an active campaign, a constant vigilance that shields both the mind and the ambitions it harbors. The relentless guarding of secrets also extends to the management of one's own vulnerabilities. To reveal doubts, indecision, or uncertainty is to invite attack. A genius cultivates a persona of unshakable confidence, even when navigating uncertainty, ensuring that no rival can exploit perceived weaknesses. Internal conflicts, failures, or hesitations are known only to the self, and this private knowledge is converted into preparation and foresight rather than liability. By shielding internal truths from external scrutiny, the genius maintains authority and unpredictability, wielding the hidden knowledge of self as both shield and sword. Finally, guarding secrets is inseparable from patience and timing. Knowledge held too long may wither in value, yet knowledge revealed too soon may squander advantage. The genius measures the moment with precision, understanding when information should remain concealed and when revelation will serve a strategic purpose. Secrets become instruments not of mere survival but of calculated influence. Each revelation a move in a larger game whose rules are known only to the player, whose consequences are felt by all who underestimate the power of discretion in the pursuit of dominance. Talent alone is meaningless. Without strategy, without the ruthless application of principles that govern power. Those who rise above the crowd do so not because they are smarter, but because they see clearly, act decisively, and manipulate circumstances with relentless precision. They control perception to shape reality, exploit weaknesses to secure advantage, guard their secrets to maintain supremacy, embrace unpredictability to keep rivals off balance, leverage influence to bend networks to their will, innovate relentlessly to outpace complacency, and execute every move with the awareness that the world rewards the cunning, not the meek. Power is not given, it is seized, honed, and maintained through vigilance, calculation, and unwavering ambition. The laws that elevate genius above all else are not gentle suggestions, they are commands of survival, strategy, and supremacy. Those who internalize them do not merely participate in the world, they define it.